How often would he beat you?
Too much.
Would he only use a belt?
Life when you weren't performing? Well, not really, no. We've always performed, yeah. Even when we were small kids. Yeah.
My mother caught me making my bed one day, and I was singing. And she said to my father that I could sing, and he didn't want to hear of it. You know, he said that Jermaine's the lead singer, not Michael. My mother said, Joe, you really should hear him sing. He can sing. He goes, no, Jermaine's the lead singer of the group, and that's it. She forced him to listen to me, and once he listened to me, from that moment on, I was the lead singer of the group.
Yeah, we weren't wealthy, but we weren't poor. My father always prepared for the family, as well as my mother. Always wonderful. And that's very important. They made sure we, got the right things for ourselves. Strong parents, I think, are very important, especially in our situation.
Well, on stage for me was home.
Mm-hmm.
I was most comfortable, and still most comfortable, on stage. But once I got off stage, I was very sad.
Really?
Yes.
And sad from the beginning? Sad since it first started, since
Lonely, sad, having to face with popularity and all of that.
Christine, what school do you go to? Do you go to a school?
Yeah, I go to private school in the Valley.
Do the kids stare at you because you're so rich and famous? Do they? Do they stare at you? Not because of it.
It's kind of a school like the kids are already in the business.
There are other singers, dancers, and aerialists, and jugglers, and tumblers, and so on.
I remember precisely going to Motown Studios to record. Right across the street from the studio was a park. And I could hear the roar of the Little League team, and they were playing soccer and football and volleyball, and they were playing baseball. And I remember a lot of the times looking back and really hiding my face, crying. I was really little, around 11 and 12. I was under contract with Motown, and I would have to go to the recording studio. I had to go and make these albums because the summer tour was right around the corner, and right across the street from the recording studio was a ballpark. And I could hear the kids, the roar of the crowd, and playing and catching ball and having fun and playing tennis. And some of those times I so passionately wanted to just go over there and just play a little bit and not go to the recording studio and sing. Just to, have some fun with the kids. And I couldn't.
I mean, on tour backstage with all the musicians and the singers, and I felt grown up for all my life.
I remember all the time when I was little, they used to call me a 45-year-old midget wherever I went.
Mm-hmm.
I used to always hear that, and I just would hear it, never thought about it. When you were little and you started to sing, did you know you were that good? I never thought about it, I just did.
But you don't miss then not ever having had what they call an average childhood? No, not really. No. We get to do things kids do in the neighborhood.
Well, you don't get to do things that other children get to do. The simple things that they so much take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Having friends and slumber parties and buddies and just hanging out. There was none of that for me. I didn't have any friends when I was little. My brothers were my friends.
In bed, sleeping night, I was up doing clubs. I was doing club dates, 3 a.m. The striptease would come on after us. We were performing. And we didn't have friends. My brothers were like my friends, but we worked. There was some Christmas, there was some birthdays, and we were very strict Jehovah's Witnesses.
From one concert to the next. If it wasn't concert, it was the recording studio. If it wasn't that, it was TV shows or interviews or picture sessions.
Mm-hmm.
There was always something to do.
What would you do if you had a vacation? I mean, a real vacation where you could just get off and away from singing and anything that looked like work? What would you do?
What would I do? I really don't know.
You've never really done it.
In my life, I really had one vacation, and that was last Christmas. Outside of that, let me think what I did.
I just stayed home. I watched television. I read.
Dad, I remember one time we were getting ready to go to South America, and everybody was packed up in the cars, ready to leave and go, and the plane was about to, and I hid. And I was crying while I was hiding because I really did not want to go. I wanted to play. I did not want to go.
No, he's gonna kill me.
He's gonna get you still worried about that. Well, he feels that he was strict.
I'm glad he said it. Now I'll say it, yes.
Did he ever beat you?
Yes, he did. Yes.
And that was difficult to take, getting
Yes.
beaten and going on stage and performing.
Yes. My father used to always say, don't mess up, you know, and I felt I knew every part. And if something went wrong, I felt I could cover it. Well, I didn't have it that hard because he used me as the example. It was like, do it like Michael. You know, and he practiced us with a belt in his hand. And if you miss a step, expect to be...
You look in the audience, he make a face like this. You go, oh, I can't mess up, he's going to kill us. It would just scare the bejesus out of you. And he'd be like, everybody clapping, he like looking at you hard, like, don't you mess up. You know, and I'm like, oh, God, I'm in trouble after the show. And he would tear you up if you missed. And so we, not only were we practicing, we were nervous rehearsing because he sat in the chair and he had this bell in his hand. And if you didn't do it the right way, he would tear you up, really get you. And I got it a lot of times, but I think my brother Marlon got it the most because he had a hard time at first. And he tried so hard. And it was always, do it like Michael, you know, but the others were very nervous, and I was nervous too, you know, because he was tough. He wanted me to, I guess maybe, I don't know if I was his golden child or whatever it was. Some may call it a strict disciplinarian or whatever, but he was very strict, very hard, you know, very stern. Mm-hmm. And just a look would scare you, you know, and...
Were you scared of him?
Very frightened. There's been times when he'd come to see me and I would get sick. You know, I'd start to regurgitate.
As a child or as an adult?
Both. I don't think he realizes to this day how scared. I mean, scared. So scared that I would regurgitate.
You would vomit.
Mm-hmm.
When would you vomit? What would produce that sort of reaction in you?
His presence. Just seeing him. And sometimes I'd faint, and my bodyguards would have to hold me up. And how do you today? I'm scared of my father to this day. My father walked in the room, and God knows I'm telling you the truth, I've fainted in his presence many times. I'll say once, to be honest. I've fainted once. I've thrown up in his presence because just when he comes in the room, he just aura comes and my stomach starts hurting. I know, like, I'm in trouble. And now he's so different now. He wants to be a better father. I just wish he had learned that earlier. Why are you still scared of him? Because the scar is still there. So I'm like an angel in front of him, not scared. One day he said, why are you scared of me? And I couldn't answer. I felt like, Joseph, do you know what you've done?
How often would he beat you?
Too much.
Would he only use a belt?
Why do you do this to me? No, more than a belt.
What else would he use to hit you with?
Ironing cords. Whatever's around. Throw you up against the wall hard as he could. He was rough. The way he would beat you was
You know, it was hard. You know, sometimes we take they make you strip nude first. He would oil you down. Your whole ritual. He would oil you down. So when the flip of the ironing cord hit you, it would just, you know, and it was just like me dying. And you just flipped all over your face, your back, everywhere. And I always hear my mother, but no, Joe, you're gonna kill him. You're gonna kill him. No. I would just give up. There's nothing I can do. You know. And I hated him for it.
He would lose his temper. I just remember hearing my mother scream, Joe, you're gonna kill him, you're gonna kill him, stop it, you're gonna kill him, you know, and I was so fast, you know, he couldn't catch me half the time, but when he would catch me, oh my God, it was bad.
He hit me, I would hit him back, which was terrible. And I would run around the house and hide and all that stuff. But I would really get it more than anybody.
Hear his car coming down the drive. We always drove this big Mercedes. And he drives real slow. Show us home, quick. Boom, door slam. Everybody runs to their room. Like there's sometimes I'd be in bed at night sleeping. It's 12 at night. The door's locked. I'm giving you 5 seconds. You know, open, I'm going to kick it down. And he starts kicking it. Boom, kick it, like breaking the door. And I'm, why did you sign that contract today? I go, I don't know. He goes, well, sign it. If you don't sign it, you're in trouble. So you would sign? I had to. He was very physical. He'd throw you and hit you hard as he can.
Did you begin to feel that you were like a money-making machine for him?
Yeah. I'll never forget one day he said, you guys ever stop singing, I'll drop you like a hot potato. That's what he said. It hurt me. You don't say that to children. And I never forgot it.
When he was beating you, did you hate him?
Yeah. Strong hate. That's why to this day I don't lay a finger on my children. I don't want them to ever feel that way about me. Ever. And he didn't allow us to call him Daddy. And I wanted to call him Daddy so bad. He said, I'm not Daddy, I'm Joseph to you, you know?
I never felt love from him. And he would never hold me or touch me. We used to say to our mother, we'd say to each other, and I'll never forget this, Janet and myself, I'll say, Janet, shut your eyes. She'd go, okay, let's shut. I said, picture Joseph in a coffin, he's dead. Did you feel sorry? She would go, no. That's what we would do to each other as kids. We'd like play games like that. She'd go, nope. Just like that. That's how hateful we were.
He just, I don't think how much he hurt me with love. But he's a genius. The man is a genius. At the same time, he is a genius. He really is.
But Michael, he injured you when you were a child.
Yeah, but look what came out of it.
Well,
maybe I wouldn't have the affection for the kids that I have today and wanting to help them.
And I totally forgive him for all of it, you know. You have to. But I don't allow my children to call me Michael. I say I'm Daddy. It's just the opposite. So when people say the abuse, that's not true. That's not true at all.